The YouTube star was reportedly not present in the home when the search happened. The LA Times reporting that multiple weapons were found and taken from the property. The FBI has confirmed that no arrests were made.
You told me I couldn't say anything because Eddie was being investigated by the FBI and that was confidential information. It's all over the internet. I've been let on for a year, bro. I've also asked you to audit the contract for the game and see where the money went so many times, and that never happened either. Do you see how this looks?
I see how it looks.
What did you do?
Tried to help to get the project done. That's all I did.
Logan Paul, a name once synonymous with internet fame, controversy, and an unbelievable comeback. He went from the most hated YouTuber in the world to a WWE star, a supposed business genius, and the face of a billion-dollar drink empire. But today, all of that is crumbling. Crypto scams, lawsuits, FBI investigations, and a collapsing brand have exposed Logan Paul as exactly what many suspected all along. Not a visionary, but a manipulator. And this time, there's no coming back. This is the story of Logan Paul's deserved downfall. Born in 1995 in Ohio, Logan Paul skyrocketed to fame through Vine and then YouTube. His energy, his wild humor, and his constant need to push boundaries made him one of the most recognizable creators of his generation. By 2017, he wasn't just a vlogger, he was a cultural phenomenon. But then came the darkest moment of his career. In 2018, Logan filmed a suicide victim's body in Japan's Aokigahara forest. The backlash was instant and brutal. He was globally shunned, sponsors pulled out, and YouTube suspended his ads. It looked like the end. But Logan did what very few internet villains ever managed to do. He clawed his way back. Apologies, charity work, rebranding himself as more mature, slowly, painfully, he earned back a place in the public eye. And by 2021, he had reinvented himself. A boxer, a WWE performer, a co-founder of Prime Hydration. Logan Paul wasn't just forgiven. He was celebrated as a redemption story. But behind the scenes, he was laying the foundation for a scandal far worse than the Forest video. In August 2021, Logan Paul launched Crypto Zoo. He described it as a revolutionary blockchain game. Players could buy NFT eggs, hatch bizarre hybrid animals, breed them, and earn passive income.
Zoo is a blockchain project that I created about a year and a half ago. You buy these eggs on the blockchain and you can hatch them into what are called base animals. And then you can breed your base animals with each other to create fun looking viral hybrid offspring that have a rarity scale. If you hatch a rare animal and you breed it with another rare animal and it yields a rare hybrid animal, that animal then yields and collects a token the longer you hold it. Then when you release it into the wild, you accrue your yield.
Logan even claimed he'd invested $1 million of his own money. Fans, investors, and crypto speculators poured in over $18 million. But there was one massive problem. CryptoZoo never worked. Eggs wouldn't hatch, rewards didn't exist. The game was basically broken from day one, and instead of fixing it, Logan and his team vanished. Investors begged for answers. One fan lost $500,000. Another lost $40,000. Ordinary supporters who trusted Logan with their savings were left with nothing. That's when YouTuber CoffeeZilla entered the picture. In late 2022, he dropped a 3-part investigation that completely dismantled CryptoZoo. He revealed the NFTs were just lazily edited stock images. The smart contract code was copied from a meme coin, and wallets linked to Logan himself sold Zoo tokens before the project's launch. A textbook pump and dump. The evidence was damning, but Logan's first reaction? Deny everything. He called CoffeeZilla a clout chaser, threatened lawsuits, and tried to blame his partners, Eddie Ibanez, a known scammer, and Jake Crypto King Greenbaum, who siphoned millions from the project. The backlash was so fierce that Logan backtracked again, apologizing, thanking CoffeeZilla, and promising $1.3 million in refunds. But those refunds came with conditions, and most victims never saw a dime. By 2024, BBC investigators confirmed Logan's wallets were involved in early Zoo trades, and victims filed a class action lawsuit. The FBI and SEC quietly launched their own probes. This wasn't just a failed game, it was fraud on a massive scale. What makes CryptoZoo different from Logan's other controversies is the legal trail it left behind. In 2024, CoffeeZilla not only exposed Logan, but also filed reports with the FBI and SEC, turning over confidential documents, insider messages, and evidence of market manipulation. Suddenly, Logan Paul wasn't just fighting angry fans online, he was facing federal scrutiny. The SEC eventually dropped their investigation due to shifting policy, but not because Logan was innocent. Meanwhile, the FBI stayed silent. A silence, experts say, usually means they're building a case behind the scenes. On top of that, Logan made things worse by suing CoffeeZilla for defamation. But CoffeeZilla fired back with over 100 pages of evidence, including leaked text messages showing Logan's obsession with punishing his critics rather than helping his investors. Logan scrambled to seal the documents, but by then the damage was done. His carefully crafted mature entrepreneur image was in ruins. Just as the crypto zoo storm hit, Logan pivoted hard to his next big project, Prime Hydration, co-founded with KSI. Marketed as a healthy alternative to Gatorade, Prime blew up thanks to TikTok hype, influencer marketing, and Logan's relentless promotion. In 2022 and 2023, Prime was everywhere. Stadiums, UFC events, even classrooms where kids were reselling bottles like Pokemon cards. For a moment, it looked like Logan had done it again, turned scandal into success. But the cracks started showing fast. Prime energy cans contained 200 milligrams of caffeine, double a Red Bull. Yet the branding looked almost identical to the kid-friendly Prime Hydration bottles. Parents reported children suffering insomnia and heart palpitations. Schools banned it. Politicians called for FDA investigations. Independent tests found forever chemicals PFAS in some batches.
This morning, New York Senator Chuck Schumer is calling on the FDA to investigate the energy drink Prime, which he says is being marketed to children and contains the caffeine equivalent of 6 cans of Coca-Cola.
Lunchly, Prime's snack spinoff, was recalled over mold contamination. Lawsuits piled up from consumers, from business partners like Refresco, and even from Lionel Messi's drink brand, accusing Prime of defamation and unfair competition. Sales plummeted. In the UK, sales dropped 70% in 2024. In the US, profits were slashed in half. What was once the hottest Gen Z drink was now rotting on clearance shelves. In one of his interviews, Logan tried to shut down the allegations against Prime.
So earlier this year, a weird string of rumors started floating around because someone sued us saying that Prime had forever chemicals, like more than you were supposed to drink in a lifetime, whatever. I made a TikTok debunking it, but regardless, the rumor still got out there, and low-key the damage is done. And now, even though we're in this lawsuit, whether it's true or not, people think it. And so the lawsuit got dismissed. The plaintiff does have a chance to amend it, but she's chosen not to. She's coming back with one really weak-ass claim that's probably also going to get dismissed.
Prime wasn't just collapsing as a business, it was collapsing as a symbol. Logan Paul's empire was built on hype, not quality. And when the hype faded, nothing was left. So, will Logan Paul make another comeback? Maybe. Fame is a strange thing, and internet culture loves a redemption arc. But if there's one lesson from his story, it's this. Attention doesn't equal credibility, and hype doesn't equal value. Logan Paul's downfall wasn't an accident. It was earned, and it was deserved. Because at the end of the day, fame isn't power. Fame is responsibility. And Logan Paul, time and time again, has proven he was never ready to handle it.